just wanted to put together a tutorial for people because I've been getting a lot of questions about my Wishable bag charms, and I figured it would be best to teach everybody how to make them. I have been asked if I charge for them. I do not. I make them for my personal enjoyment, and it would be expensive if I had to charge people for it with shipping and materials. So we're going to make one today. And I'm choosing to make Roz from Monsters, Inc. So the materials that you would need are embroidery floss. I got this from Amazon. It comes in a variety of colors and some plastic spools for you to wrap up the rest of the thread. And then I got this variety pack of clasps. I like these clasps because they're small. They are within the size and scope of the plush. And of course, I got embroidery needles, large-eyed needles, to be able to use the thread. To be able to use the thread properly. And I matched threads to the characters just so that it hides a little bit better. So, Roz comes, as most of you know, most Disney things come with these obnoxiously long tags, and I will be trimming that later. And so, let's get started. I'm going to try and bring this a little bit closer so that we can work on her. All right. Now, I put together a quick diagram of how I go about the process. Now, I do it this way because this is the most stable way, I believe. If you sewed just a loop at the very top of Roz's head, it would not have a lot of support, and it would probably risk after a few wears that she would probably tear off the loop and you would lose her. So what I did was I constructed this, and I am by no means an expert in these things, but I pass the needle typically through the bottom of the plush to the base of the back of the neck, to the top, back to the base of the back of the neck, to the top again, so it's a stronger loop, back to the base of the neck, and all the way back down where I finish it off. So that's pretty much my method. I think it's the most stable way. Now, there will be a lot of pushing, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that all of this is on camera. I've never done this before. So, excuse me, pardon me while I pardon my amateurish attempts at teaching everybody. So we're going to start with the base of Roz's tail. I like to do it here because it's not a spot that's easily detected. Roz also has a jacket. Under normal circumstances, I would pass the thread and knot it under the jacket, but for demonstrative purposes, it's best to sort of do it right at the back of the neck. So we're going to take the needle, stick it through the base of her tail, and run it all the way to the back of her neck right here. I don't know if I have that on camera, so there we go, yes. And from there, you pull the needle through. Now, I must caution, when you're sewing, try and keep things as slack as possible. This is not the time to be sewing tight stitching because you want the true soft form of the plush to be maintained. So I like to, I'm off camera. I like to pat it and push it wherever it needs it. So remember, no tight pulls or else you will change the shape of the plush. So there you go. So from there, what you do is, let me see if I can push this over here. From there, what you do is, I like to make a securing knot. So we're going to do that. I've never done this on camera, so this is not a natural angle for me. But I would do a securing knot right here by passing the needle through the sideways through like so, in a small stitch, sideways like so. And then I pass the, and I knot it, and pull it through. This will assure that the weight of the tension, I believe, is going to be more evenly distributed throughout the plush, leading to a more secure charm. You don't want to lose it right when you take it out to play. So there. Now we have the neck secured. From there, I am going to take the needle, pass it through the back of the neck again, poor Roz, and bring it to the very top of the head. Roz has this stitching right here. You could do it there and it would be fine. I typically do mine at the top of the head, right here between the seams, right there. Push. Oops. Let's do that again. Push. It will be a bit of a struggle, but once you get used to it, like all things, it starts to get easier. So you pull and continue pulling until you have the base right here. As you can see, it's barely discernible. And at the very top, you have the beginning of the loop. So I'm going to take my lobster clasp, and I'm going to take my needle, and I'm going to thread it right through, like so. And there you are. There you go, Rose. And I'm going to pass the needle again through the top of Roz's head in order to make the first securing loop. I'm going to pass the needle from the top of her head back down to the base of her neck. I hope I have this properly angled. Okay, so there we go. So now we have the first loop right there. Now, I would like to say at this point, it's best if you give the loop a little bit of slack so that there's more of a natural hang to the plush. If it's too tight on the metal, I don't know, might accumulate dirt, and it might make the plush dirtier sooner. That's what I would think. So now that we're here, we're going to do another securing loop, another securing knot. So I'm going to pass the needle right through once more. And I'm going to run it through once more like so. So we have another securing knot. And then I'm going to once more at the base of the neck where most of this activity takes place, push it right through once more to the very top. As you can see here, I'm going to see if I can push it right more to the top of Roz's head so we can make that second loop. Very well. So here we are, and I'm going to make my second loop now. And, excuse me, let me untangle it just a bit right here. Let's see, oops, I seem to have sewn through the rope a bit. Okay. So now we're going to sew again. Go past the needle through the clasp. Pass the needle through the clasp once more. And then into the top of the head, all the way down to the base of the neck once more. And then knot it once again at the base of the neck. Sorry, I went off camera for a bit there. And then we are ready for our finishing loop, our finishing stitch. So now she's all secure at the neck. We're going to pass it through her body all the way back down to the base of her tail. And then we will be finishing up. This would probably be a more challenging one because the needle has to take a longer journey through the body of the plush. And so, there we go, we've got him. And so now we're going to pull through the base of the tail. As you can see, the neck has some evident stitching, but nothing too crazy. And here at the base of the tail, you can do your final finishing stitch, and then you could even cut that off, and let's see, I'd do a finishing stitch like so. And then I trim. I'll probably trim this and then trim the tag, and she's ready to hang. And I do have the perfect bag for her right here. Let's bring the zippers over. And there you have it. So I hope this was clear enough. As I said before, this is pretty much my diagram. Start from the bottom to the neck, to the top, to the neck, to the top, to the neck, and then back down to the bottom. And you have a lovely little companion for your character bag. And I personally think it's a lot of fun, very fulfilling, and it's always nice to make your own magic. So have a good day.